Thank you.
Oh, we hear warm-ups.
Betcha. Practice, I guess, at this point. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I figured that's the background. Oh my God. A lot of lights. Sorry. Okay. I'm in the show.
We're going to get started in about 3 minutes, right at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Okay. Let's see if there's some way I can this up a little. It's upstairs. Okay. Got it. Okay. Are those lights going to be like insane?
No, I think the lights are fine because your head's so small. Like, I think probably the boards are probably going to be more obtrusive, the sound. I don't know if there's anything you do.
I've got my earbuds in. I thought that would contain it. Yeah, I'm not sure what you can do other than turn. Well,
We'll be all right.
Okay.
Why don't we get started here?
Let's do it.
2 minutes early, but we're not drawing for a couple minutes here. So, hey guys, welcome to the draw for LAXNAI 2026. Stamper, I don't mean to steal your intro.
Welcome to the draw for LAXNAI 2026. You intro stealer.
Hello, lacrosse friends.
Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the draw. Are we live? Because I may have just messed up.
Yeah, we are live, yes.
Okay. All right. Luckily, we're a minute early and nobody saw that. I am at the Founders Cup in St. John, New Brunswick. We've got teams practicing behind me. And it has been a very busy and scrambly schedule, but I'm very excited to be shifting gears for a minute and being in LAXNAI mode, thinking about Utica. It's been a while since we've been there, down to Utica, the lovely town in upstate central New York. Does that sound accurate? Upstate central? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say central.
Yeah, okay.
All right, a little bit of rocky start. Got dogs. I am here in my basement, and I'm wearing my gorgeous Uncommon Fit 2024 World Lacrosse Championship shirt.
Love it.
So
Alice Fabeski Memorial water bottle. This thing from the 30th anniversary.
Oh yeah,
thing of beauty. They're gorgeous. Yeah.
So we're gonna get underway here. We have 4 draws today: the men's, women's divisions, of course, U16 boys, U18 boys, and then we're gonna introduce the teams for our U16 girls and masters divisions, and just talk about their formats and give them a little shout out. So we'll dive right into that with masters. Our LAXNAI Masters division, this is the 35 plus age group, up from 4 teams last year. We're going to 5. And we have the defending champion OAC, Onondaga Redhawks, defending finalist Moon Bears. We also have the Tri-City Dogs back, and we have a couple new teams in the Bravest and Tyendega Wolfpack. The reason there's no draw is this is very simple. Every team gets 4 games, and every team will play every other team once in a round robin. Best record hoists the cup. Very simple format, but it allows everyone to kind of play everybody. Balanced format. Allows us to get a late start for this division on Friday, get folks over from work. So they will be playing late into the evening.
And every game is critical, right? Because you're playing around robin and there's no championship. It's whoever finishes first wins. So you could have a critical game right off the hop that's going to come back to determine.
Yeah, and you got to really go 4-0 to guarantee a championship, right? There's no, if you drop a game, you don't control your own destiny at that point. So that's what our format is for Masters, and we're excited to see the growth, and definitely a fun division. Folks always ask, are the rules modified? They are not, and some of the bigger games, they get after it. So we're excited to see this one, see some games intertwined onto our main rink. On both the Friday and the Saturday. So some showcase, some big crowds hopefully for it. And that's our division there.
And I'm a Moon Bear, but I don't play a huge on-floor role these days, largely because of the lack of rule modifications. It's a little it might be a bit physical for me to be going over and getting pounded on and then trying to announce games and run the media and things.
So we'll move on to our new division, the U16 Girls. This is brand new for this year. 4 teams in this division: Eastern Nations Elite, Lady Lightning, and then of course we have Sky Women with a long time member of our Women's Open division and a former champion, and we have the WNY Bandits in this division. Same deal. There's no draw here with the 4 teams. These teams will play a 3-game round robin. Everybody will play everybody once over Saturday and Sunday, and then on Sunday they'll get one more game. The top 2 records will meet again in a championship game, and the lower 2 records will meet in the 3rd place game.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. There's going to be some really interesting teams here. I think the Western New York Girls Box, the Bandits group, that's a group that's really burgeoning. I mean, it's a pretty new thing. It's come into existence quite recently, right? But they've really been building, and they've got all kinds of players from various women's national teams that competed in Utica at the Worlds and at the Euros last year in Prague, this year in Prague, a couple months ago.
Yeah, absolutely. So, excited to get this going, and excited that we've got 4 strong teams, and we look for continued growth in this division. And we're cooking up a schedule format. We won't have it for a couple of days, but it looks like all 3 rinks will be women's and girls on Sunday morning to start the day. And I think that'll be a really impressive sight, something that we haven't had before really anywhere with that much box lacrosse. For
cooking up sounds a little sketchy, Scott. When you say cooking up, it sounds like we're cooking it, we're baking. We're just creating a schedule. The schedule is becoming creative.
There we go. So we don't cook the schedules; we draw them generally. We're going to talk about our first draw, and this is the LAXNAI U16 Boys division. We have 7 teams: the Junior Bombers, Eastern Door Elite, Team 23, Oneida Lacrosse Club, Onondaga Redhawks, Junior Yeti, and the Woodsmen. We've split them into, we'll take this pretty thing and make it go away. We've split them into pot 1 and 2, and we did this kind of late, so we didn't publish this. But pot 1 will be Junior Bombers, Eastern Door Elite, Team 23, and Woodsmen. Those will be ranked, those teams will be placed into A, B, C, and D on the schedule above. And then we'll have pot 2, Oneida, Onondaga, Junior Yeti. They'll be placed into EFG. And the way this will work, every team here will play 2 games Saturday, listed above, right? So we're going to draw the matchups, and they'll get those 2 games. And then Sunday, the top 4 teams will be reseeded. The top 4 teams will meet in the semifinals, and the lower 3 teams will meet in a consolation pool for 5, 6, 7. So
and the pots are based on the best guesses we have, right? On based on rosters and what people have shared about their teams, about how they feel they'll fit in.
Yeah, it's not a perfect science, but we try to create a format that potentially avoids repeat matchups as much as possible, and seeds teams and creates matchups based on strength that are appropriate. So
how are we going to do this draw? Do we have some kind of a wheel that we can spin?
We do. Here it is. So first we're going to spin the pot 1, right? And you can see on the wheel we have those 4 teams, and we're going to spin first. The team that's selected first will go into the A slot. So here we go.
The wheel of placement. So this team that comes up will be Team A, and that will populate the games that they're going to be playing, and that is Eastern Door Elite. So immediately we see that they play against the teams that will be E and F. And of course, we'll find that out when we're spinning the second wheel.
Okay, so now we'll spin again, and we'll see who is Team B.
Team B. And I think it's stopping at Team 23 in honor of the great Scotty McMichael.
And we'll go for C, and of course, the team that is not picked in this spin will be Team D.
All the organizers and volunteers for the founders are rolling in, getting ready for day 2. Very exciting. You're watching Lacrosse Canada TV.
And that means that Bombers.
You spun.
Yeah, we'll spin the 1. What do you think?
Okay. The single spin.
They deserve a spin too, don't they?
They do deserve a spin. I would have said spin the Bombers because they should be spun.
So right off the gate, you see we got a heavyweight matchup on Saturday between the Woodsmen and the Junior Bombers.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, what?
So now we'll spin pot 2, and you can see that we have Oneida, Onondaga, and Junior Yeti, and they'll slot into E, F, and G here. So
Okay,
we'll
I
spin.
see. I'm following now. You lost me for a second. So
Spinning for E.
So the teams are down the left, and then that is their game 1 and game 2 that they will be playing their first 2 games.
Exactly.
So this is the Utica Yeti, the Junior Yeti, the baby Yeti. Can we call him the baby Yeti? Because that's a cute, young, youthful Yeti.
And some nice matchups here. Junior Yeti will take on Woodsman and Eastern Door.
Okay.
And then we're going to spin for F, and the team that's not selected will be G.
Onondaga and Oneida. Honestly, 2 of the most beautiful rinks you're going to see in the lacrosse world. Onondaga playing out of the Onondaga Center, which is great, and then of course the field house. Unbelievable, beautiful place. And then the Mary Winder Center over in Oneida is, I believe, designed partially based on the field house with the wooden beams and just the beauty and the open air aesthetic of it, right?
Yeah, really both beautiful buildings at Fieldhouse and Onondaga, Mary C. Winder Center. We love using Mary C. Winder for Traditions Cup, and maybe we'll push out a little bit. But yeah, here's our U16 matchups for Saturday, and we will work if there's a semifinal matchup that appears to be a repeat. We will adjust that to avoid the repeat matchup or attempt to avoid the repeat matchup. But
I'm sorry, we have practice starting, and no, we don't.
Stamper, I'm going to mute you when you're not talking, so you got to unmute and remute now. Yep. He's doing stuff. Stamper, I muted you. So just unmute when you want to talk. Great, perfect. So, yeah, here's our matchups for U16, final matchups. Again, two games Saturday. You see them right here. After that, we'll take the top 4 teams. They go to the semis. Bottom 3 go to the 5th place consolation pool. So we will move on to the U18 Boys division. And we have 8 teams here. The Akwesasne Outlaws, Club 24 Heat, Code Talkers, and the Lakers. Those 4 teams up top will be in pot 1. And then we have 4 other teams, Loggers, Maine Northmen, U.S. Indoor Lacrosse, Junior Yeti. Those 4 teams will be in pot 2. We'll spin those accordingly. So we have the Haudenosaunee teams, those 4 in pot 1, and the 3 American teams and the 1 Canadian team in pot 2. They'll play each other exclusively in crossovers on Saturday. Same deal. Sunday, the top 4 will go to the semis, and the lower 4 will go to the 5th place semis. So, Stamper, anything to say before we start spinning?
Yeah, these are some very good teams. Club 24 Heat, we know it's always really good. This is going to be some great competition. I'm going to see if I can't get the music turned off. So I'll be back just in a moment.
All right, I'm going to spin without you, buddy. So we're going to spin for pot 1, A through D, and this is going to be to see who is team A. Club 24 Heat. They seem to be pretty strong in everything they do, so expect
they really do. I am trying to get this. Am I getting old? Am I just getting old, or are people playing music louder these days? My goodness. There's somebody going down to try and stop this. Yeah, Club 24 Heat, just a great program, great organization.
Here we go, spinning for B.
I'll say it for you, Scott. Go ahead and go home, your Lakers.
Here we go, the junior squad to our men's team and the men's team who just claimed the NABL Upstate West title. So a strong program there, and excited to get a junior team for the first time from them in our U18 division.
Nationals coming up in Utica soon, right, for the NABL?
Yeah. Their nationals are in Utica.
Yeah. Do people not say NABL? Do people say NABLL? I like NABL.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
We're going to spin for C, and of course, the team that's not selected C will be D. Code Talkers.
Code Talkers. Obviously, a very strong senior program. So it's going to be fun to see what the juniors bring.
And that means that D are the Akwesasne Outlaws.
There we go.
They get a spin too.
I know in our practice we didn't spin for when there was one team left, but I like everyone getting a spin.
Yeah, I agree with you. So this doesn't really tell us much, but it will in about a second. So we're going to spin pot 2 right here. Again, we have the 3 American clubs, Junior Yeti, Maine Northman, U.S. Indoor Lacrosse, and the sole Canadian team, Loggers. Let's see who is E.
It's an Ottawa-based club, right? Loggers, although not everyone from there. And they're coming up. I appear to have had very little success in getting the music turned off.
It's a good volume now. We like it.
Okay, good.
All right, spinning for F.
Okay. The local club, the Utica Junior Yeti, the Maine Northman from not far away, and it's going to be the Yeti.
The Yeti drawing Club 24 Heat and the Junior Lakers. A lot of junior on this chart here. I don't hate it.
Yeah. They like to put junior. It just shows the affiliation, right? The connection.
Yeah. All right, so now we're spinning.
Alignment.
We're spinning for G, and the team that's not selected will be H.
The other club in here, of course, U.S. Indoor Lacrosse, compete in the IIJL tournaments. This will be, I believe, for this USIL team that was selected, part of their selection process for the World U16 U18s for IIJL.
And that means that the Maine Northmen are H.
Assuming it lands on them. Oh, there it is, Maine Northmen coming in at H. So they'll play the Junior Talkers and the Outlaws. Outlaws are going to be interesting. The Akwesasne teams, I mean, they've got the Thunder is looking like the favorites here. I think most people think at the Founders Cup. You've got the Akwesasne Bucks won a game yesterday to extend their Senior B Three Nations League season. You've got Snake Island Muskies there and out of the Turtle Dome as well. A great, one of the absolute hotbeds of lacrosse in the world.
Snapper, any matchups stand out to you here that you can't miss?
Let's see. So I'm curious how, because we don't know too much yet about the Outlaws. We figured they're going to be good, right? I'm curious to see how they match up against the Loggers in Maine. They should do quite well. USIL, there's going to be a lot for them to play for, right? So they're taking on what we assume are going to be 2 very good teams. But again, until we see them on the floor, it's really hard to say. So honestly, the game of the group could come out of anywhere.
Very cool. So, the U18 division for boys will run 2 games Saturday, late afternoon, and 2 Saturday night, and then semifinals and finals, as well as the 5th place round on Sunday, 2 games each. So moving on, the women's division, our biggest ever, and we're getting ahead of ourselves here. I'll close this so we don't get distracted. Women's division format, we have 4 gold teams. And we split them up into pot 1, pot 2. Pot 1 is Sky Women, former champions, 3-time finalist of LAXNAI, and then joining them in pot 1 is the GTA All-Stars. What can you say about them, Stamper?
Well, first of all, for anyone who isn't from that area and doesn't know what GTA stands for, it's Greater Toronto Area. It's a pretty broad area. And what a club, a lot of very good players who have World Championship, European Championship, and of course LAXNAI experience. A lot of former LAXNAI champions on that team, plus some great players coming in to join them to create this kind of amalgamation team. And they are going to be immediate favorites to be getting to the final. Sky Women, I mean, I was talking to Bina Garrow, one of the key players from Sky Women, just the other day up in Akwesasne, and she was saying they're having tryouts, first of all, for the senior women's team, and they are really seeing this team as something that builds Indigenous women's lacrosse and is really integrating everyone together. It's just a really wonderful thing, honestly, that is going on.
Absolutely. And then we have the other gold pot is pot 2. We have the Finns and the Lady Liberties. Both teams making their debut in LAXNAI. My understanding about the Finns is a lot of English national team and some players from British Columbia. And Lady Liberties, strong players, mostly an American squad, but really mixed up and just a lot of Fox experience for a new squad.
Mm-hmm. Finns lacrosse, yeah, a handful of players who did represent England this summer. I keep thinking it's last year. This summer in Prague at the European Championship, and some players from BC. There's connections. Obviously, the lacrosse world is kind of a small world. There are connections all over. So those are people that know each other, have had a chance to play together, and are really looking forward to meeting basically halfway in between at Utica for this LAXNAI tournament.
So we have 13 teams here, 4 gold and 9 silver. The 4 gold will automatically, regardless of the results of their initial 2 games, they will find their way to the quarterfinals, and it will be a 7-team quarterfinal, with one team getting a bye to the semifinals. So the top gold team will get a bye to the semifinals. The other 3 gold teams will find their way on that bracket in the quarterfinals. They're still playing for seeds, and it's still tremendously important as far as getting the smoothest path possible to the championship game. So that's 4 of our 7 teams in the championship bracket in the quarterfinals. And then the silver teams, the 9 teams will be split into 3 pools of 3 teams each. Those pool winners will join the 4 gold teams in the quarterfinals. And we'll give you a look at what that looks like before we draw right here. Give you a zoom in. So you can see pot 1, pot 2, pot 1, pot 2. And they'll play with the winner of this 4-team bracket getting a direct path to the semis. And then the losers of these games, so you'll see a 3 loser here, a 4 loser here, and then the winner of that A4 will get a path to the bracket, right? Their placements on this bracket are weighted. So you want to win those first 2 games to get that bye, obviously. But even if you drop one of your first game, you still want to win that second game because it will give you a smoother path to the final. And then you can see the winners of B, C, and D are slated in here.
And Scott, you've spent tons of time putting this all together. You're very familiar with it. It's going to be pretty new to a lot of folks. So a couple of the highlights that really stand out. This game down at the bottom, the A1 loser and A2 loser, that is going to be the 3rd place teams, right? No, A1, A2. Oh,
yeah, that'll be 3rd place for gold,
place
right?
Teams, right?
Yeah.
In the
and
gold.
then
So they have to play another gold team, which is a tough challenge, but they still get a chance to move forward. And then we're going to the top A3. That should be based on the seeding and everything. Should be basically a championship preview.
Yeah, if there's no upsets, that will be a championship preview. And that game is actually a showcase game right on the rink 1. And it'll be squeezed between our men's championship semifinals and men's final game, 1st and 3rd place game. So hopefully a big crowd for that one and a good chance to showcase the best women's lacrosse that we can on the Saturday early evening. But yeah, again, all 4 of the gold teams will advance to the quarterfinals. They're just playing for placements, and they're playing for that bye. So we'll get to it here. And basically, we'll get rid of this. You can see here we have our bracket, and it's the same thing we had earlier. It's just a little bit easier for us to type in live. And this is what the bracket looks like, right? So we've already placed Sky Women and GTA All-Stars on this bracket. It does not matter who is in A1 or A2. They're essentially the same exact game. And we will draw pot 2 to see which team Finns and Lady Liberties play which opponent in that first round here. So we're going to spin right now, and the team that's selected will go to A1 versus Sky Women. The team that's not selected will go to A2 versus GTA All-Stars.
And you see the fin on Finns. Go ahead and spin. But that they did originally kind of originate as dolphins, but then switched to fins. So now with the fin, it could be a shark. It's a little more menacing, I think, with the new name.
Yeah, and it's just fantastic.
Have you been waiting to use that?
Here's A1.
It's the Finns.
So the Finns will play the Sky Women, and that means that Lady Liberties will play GTA All-Stars.
And I'm not sure how you want to go through that, like who you want to play first. We suspect the GTA All-Stars are going to be really, really good. We know Sky Women are going to be a great team. So
yeah, the good thing for these teams, these pot 2 teams, right? It's they're not playing them both back to back, right? They play one, and then if they're not successful in that game, and I guarantee you they intend to be, if they're not successful, then they will have the opportunity to battle back and potentially get a rematch or play the other in the championship game.
Right.
So we will move on now to the lower pools, the silver pools. And you can see here we have pools B, C, D, the same format that we've done right now. These are pot 3 teams. We're going to split them up. The first one we select will go into pot B, into pool B, the second one into pool C, and the third into pool D. So you have Loggers, Poland, and Valkyries, our top seeded lower silver pools right here. So this will be pool B.
How much fun do you have putting together your little wheels and all your stuff for this?
It's the highlight of my year, Stanford.
I thought so.
Poland Heritage into pool B.
There you go.
And now we're spinning for pool C, and whoever's not selected will be pool D.
What's going over? Valkyries.
Valkyries. Give them a follow on Instagram under Utica Valkyries.
There you go.
And that means that Loggers are pool D.
Which is an Ottawa-based club, again, as you mentioned, but they do draw from all around.
Traditionally really strong in our women's tournament. Third place finishes.
Hasn't Haley Price played for the Loggers, or did she play?
So I believe that is part of the Exodus to GTA All-Stars.
Oh, sorry.
We'll now pick pot 4. So pot 4 has 6 teams on it. Returning from LAXNAI last year, Team ERA representing Ireland, Identity Lacrosse, and the Lady Yeti. And then we have 3 new clubs. France making their LAXNAI debut, Six Nations U22, and the WNY Bandits, which will be pot 4. So these teams, we're going to go BCD, BCD, and our first spin will determine who's with Poland.
So for pool B, pot 4 in the middle. Everyone's arriving, can set up, things getting going here for the Founders Day too. And it's pretty
So
fun.
Lady Yeti
will be
joining Poland in pool B.
And I'm just trying not to be in the way. I'm good? Okay, thanks.
Let's see who is pot C with the Valkyries.
ERA.
ERA and Valkyries in pool C. And now pool D with the Loggers.
Oh, so close.
And that's Six Nations U22.
Right.
And let's see who rounds out pool B, joining Poland and Lady Yeti.
Western New York Girls Box Bandits.
And we're going to spin for pool C, and the team that's not selected is pool D.
So I know Bridget Hamlin is doing a ton of work with those men. She's really got that Western New York Girls program going. Of course, she played for Ireland at the Euros. I don't know, will she be playing for ERA? What's her, or is she a GTA All-Star? What's her
I think the word is a GTA All-Star and maybe coaching with the other group.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I assume she's coaching the Bandits.
So that's France into pool C and Identity into pool D with Loggers and Six Nations.
That's a nice advance there in the process, Scott. Just hit the spin, then start typing the name in. Efficient, they still get their spin. Yeah. I like it. We're evolving as we go.
Thank you. We're getting good at this. So, again, these 3 pools, you got Poland, Lady Yeti, WNY Bandits, Valkyries, ERA, France, and Loggers, Six Nations, and Identity Lacrosse. They will play in here, B winner, C winner, D winner onto the championship bracket. The second and third place teams from these pools will play out their schedule on Friday and Saturday. They'll play 3 additional games after pool play against second and third place teams in what we call a Z pool, and they will be seeded 8th through 14th in their final rankings based on their records and tiebreakers.
And there are going to be no repeat matchups other than a possible finals championship matchup, right?
Yeah, that's a good part. If you're a silver team and you don't advance, absolutely no chance of a repeat matchup.
Yeah.
And other than in the final 4, there's a possibility of a repeat matchup.
Right.
I
mean, that's the thing. Repeat matchups aren't horrible. It's a chance to build some rivalry, but it's nice to for them to get to play a bunch of different teams.
Yeah.
When you come to this tournament.
Yeah, and I think that's the evolution of this bracket, jumping from 10 teams last year to 13 this time. Mm-hmm. Is we have the ability to more or less prevent that. The only other quirk we didn't explain, because there's 7 teams in the championship bracket, not 6, we will have 3 quarterfinal losers, not 4. Those 2 teams, instead of playing a traditional 5th place bracket, they will play a round robin in what we call the Y pool for 5, 6, 7 teams. So again, those should be really competitive games, and those should be non-repeat matchups. So we're excited about that.
That's cool. I learn all these new terms when I'm doing these calls. You call it the Z pool or the Z pool, and now the Y pool. That's a new one for me too.
There we go. We're gonna have an X pool soon.
Are we? Like today or?
On September 19th, we will.
Okay, nice.
So let's go to men's. 38 team men's tournament. We have 6 gold division teams and 32 silver division teams. The gold division, this is fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, more of a reveal than a draw, because we have scheduling constraints, and 3 of these teams have Friday starts, 3 have Thursday starts. So you're not looking at pot 1A and pot 1B. You're really just looking at pool gold A and pool gold B. In pool gold A, we have the defending champion Rochester Bats, 3rd place team Seneca Marksmen, and Flying Head. And in pool B, we have Club 24 Heat, Code Talkers, and the Frog Pond Maulers. So they will play each other in pool play. We're fortunate this has worked out 1-3-5, 2-4-6. So we have balanced gold pools, but there's nothing to draw here due to scheduling constraints. They're going to start when they're going to start. They will play a 3-team round robin, and the winner of each of these pools, pool gold A and pool gold B, will advance directly to the quarterfinals. They will not have to play in a play-in game. The 2nd and 3rd place teams will both still be in contention, even if you go 0-2. However, you still want to finish 2nd, not 3rd, because if you lose that first game, because it really makes your path to the title a lot harder if you're 3rd.
Right.
The first time at LAXNAI, we will have the 3rd place teams from the gold pools play each other in the playing game. And the 2nd place teams will play pot 3 teams in the playing game.
And that is a strong incentive to win one of your games in your pool here, because having to play another gold team in your play-in, that is definitely a big challenge.
Absolutely. So we'll give you a peek at the bracket before we get into this here. And I think I can. There we go. So if you just look at this graphic part, you could see all the pot 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then up here on the upper left, it's not written in. We got to add that. This up here and this up here are the 1st place teams from A. So this is A, gold A1. And so if you win your bracket, you can see you're directly in the quarterfinals. Down here on the bottom right quadrant, these will be the 2nd place teams from the gold. So they will be in the playing games. But if you notice here, there's no pot 2 teams on this lower right quadrant, only pot 3 teams. So definitely a lot of incentive to finish 2nd in your pool. And you won't play a team that is ranked top 12 heading into the tournament. And then over here on the left will be the the 3rd place teams from gold. So if you start 0-2 from gold, this is where you're going to end up, and you're going to have to play another gold team that is ranked top 6 heading in the play-ins.
All right. Are we spinning?
I think we're spinning. So let's get this back to
one of the really cool things with this tournament is, of course, is that everyone gradually finds their level, and as you go on towards the final days, the teams are playing other teams that are at a very similar level, and it's really something to see how competitive it gets as the tournament goes on.
So you can see we have the pretty version. This is the more functional version, and you see the goals. A winner, A 3rd place, B 3rd place, so on and so forth. And this is a complete bracket, right? This is just easier for us to fill in live. One of the issues as we look at the complete bracket, the complete pots. So we have 6 pot 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
We have 18 pot 3 teams, and we have 8 pot 4 teams. And we don't have them here, but we post them on social media. The same issue that we had with the golds, we have with the silvers, and that's teams with Friday starts. So there are 8 teams that have Friday starts, and they're going to be in purple here, right? And you see pot 2, pot 4, pot 3, pot 3. That's in silver C, and silver J, 3, 4, 3, 3, right? So we're going to spin this wheel for the pot 3s.
Okay.
We have 5 pot 3 teams that have Friday starts, 2 pot 4 teams that have Friday starts, and 1 pot 2 team, right? So that
Right.
1 pot 2 team with the Friday start is the Snake Island Muskies. There's only
Okay.
one place for them to go, and we're going to put them there. So we just
And
want to start.
people are wondering, like, hey, I've got a team. I'd like to start Friday. That sounds pretty cool. What's involved in being a Friday start team?
It's usually a surcharge. It's a constraint that a Friday team. Hey, we can't do it for whatever reason. Our players can't do it, and they pay a fee. And then we start them Friday, and it messes us up a little bit with the draw and the scheduling. But we want to make this work for everybody and get the best players here. So it's we try to be everything to everyone where we can. So these teams have elected to do that, and that's why they're here. We are going to spin first the pot 3 teams. So there's 5 on the board here. There's 5 places for them to go.
Okay.
2 of them will go into silver C and play each other, and 3 of them will go into silver J over here. So we're going to spin to see who the silver C teams are right now. On this wheel, we have Res Runners, Ozarks, Moon Bears, Loggers, and Gold Star Tel Aviv. So let's see who is silver C.
And honestly, of these teams, I mean, we have a sense based on previous performance, but it can change so much year to year that there's a lot to learn as the games get rolling.
So there it is, Res Runners, silver C.
And now we're going to spin for who they're playing.
That's right.
In their first game of the tournament. That's going to get over to Gold Star.
There you go. So we have 3 of the 4 there. Res Runners, Gold Star will play the winners of Muskies and the Pool 4 team. Now, these 3 teams will be Silver J. We are still going to spin them because one of them plays a pot 4 team and 2 of them play each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll spin to see who the pot 4 team is, and then whoever's left will play each other.
Right. The team that plays against a pot 4 team.
There you go. Thank you.
You betcha. Is that getting to Moon Bears or is it going to stop? No, it's stopping on the Ozarks.
Ozarks back for their second year in LAXNAI. And that means Moon Bears and Loggers.
Still get a spin, but we know they're playing each other. Loggers will be the higher seed based on landing on the green.
That's locker room decisions, I believe. And that means Moon Bears, Loggers. So Silver J shaping up. We got 3 of the 4 teams drawn. Moon Bears versus Loggers, and then Ozarks versus, we'll let you know in a second. Now we go back to, we have 2 more Friday start teams to draw. These are the pot 4 Friday start teams, scheduling constraints. We have the Blue Ducks, who finished in 40th place out of 40 teams last year, and Germany Heritage. One of them will play the Muskies, and one of them will play the Ozarks. Both tough matchups, one probably a little tougher than the other.
Yeah, I mean, the Muskies are based on the Snake Island Muskies Senior B team, right? It's kind of the origin of them. So that's a team that right now is playing for the 3 Nations League Championship in a spot to go and play in the President's Cup. The Muskies are the defending President's Cup champions. Yeah,
that's pretty daunting. That being said, it's a new entrant to LAXNAI, right? And we don't really know until they show up, and that's kind of why they're not a gold team here because of that unknown factor. But they are potentially very strong. So we're gonna see whoever is selected on the spin will play the Muskies. The other team will get the Ozarks and Silver J.
Germany Heritage Deutschland.
Oh, so Silver C is complete. Muskies versus Germany, Res Runners versus Gold Star. And let's see, Silver J. Oh, that's the Blue Ducks.
I feel strong that it's going to be the Blue Ducks. They're going to land pointing straight down, the beak pointing down.
against Ozarks, and winner of that will play the winner of Lagers Moon Bears.
Did you type in the Blue Ducks? Not just
I did,
Blue
yeah.
Ducks? Is there a
I
reason
think
for
that's
that?
their official team name.
Okay.
All right,
That's
let's get to the main draw.
environment.
So taking out those constraints, we're going to go on the main draw, the rest of the silver teams. We're going to go 4, and then we're going to go 2 to see who they're playing. So, and then we'll do the 3s together. So we'll start from silver D, and we're going to place the 6 remaining pot 4 teams onto the bracket, right? We've already drawn Germany, and we've drawn Blue Ducks. These are the 6 remaining pot 4 teams. We have the Blue Knights, which are, some crossover from last year's defunct Generals LC team featuring Chinago Forks High School alumni and Skidmore High School. Team Lowball coming in with the swagger. The your favorite team, Stamper, the New England Lobster Rolls.
That's a great logo. Well, great. It's a logo that's very interesting. Lobster.
A lot of they played a Stallions LC last year, but they're going for a wider player pool this year.
Okay.
We've got the Wasatch Whalers. You might have seen them at the Alice Zabreski Memorial this year. The first team out of Utah to represent at LAXNAI. Florida Man Lacrosse Club, the first team out of Florida to represent at LAXNAI. And finally, the Cur Dogs with this blue paw here. They are ran by our friend, the Box Lacrosse guy out of, I believe, Texas.
The Box Lacrosse guy.
We like the Box Lacrosse guy. So
we might have the Box Lacrosse guy.
We'll do our first spin and see who is silver D in pot 4. Silver D.
Sorry. You have to talk to people. Yeah. There's a red one upstairs.
That might be a little fancy.
That is the Whalers.
Wasatch Whalers. Using the old Hartford Whalers stylized logo.
And now let's see who is placed in silver E.
I just feel like don't put them there if you don't want people to touch them. Is that what I mean?
It is warm up now, by the way. Practices are over. Teams are warming up. Our first day 2 matchup of the Founders Cup is going to be starting in an hour and 21 minutes.
Pot F. Uh-oh. Here we go, Stamper.
Low ball. Yeah, it's staying. Low ball.
And we will go over to G.
Is that getting around to the Lobster Turtles? No, it's going to stand on the very impassable looking Blue Knights.
It's stored down, right? It's like it's kind of like a goal. No 5-hole there.
Right?
No 5-hole. All right, so this is for silver H, and the team that's not selected will be silver I.
Hi to teams H and I. That's getting over to the Lobster Rolls. Yep. There we go.
New England Lobster Rolls, if you're watching, my man Steven Stamp is a double XL.
3X if you have one handy, but yeah.
And that means Florida Man will be silver I.
You notice when there's just the one team being spun, they almost always land right at the top. I guess that's because that's where the pointer is. Oh my God. Never mind. Forget I said that.
All right, so we'll now do pot 2. So these are teams that are ranked 7 through 12 heading in and seeded accordingly. These teams either finished top 12 in last year's LAXNAI. So we're looking at U-Space Lax, More Dudes, or Lakers. Or they're a new squad that we think is going to be really good. So that's the Riverside Snappers, GSR crew out of Six Nations, or the Muskies who were placed earlier. So that's how we got these 6 teams here. Again, these 6 teams, not only will they have, easier matchups in the first round, they also, new for this year, these teams will play each other in the play-in rounds. They will not play gold teams. So if you are a top 12 team, you earned that right last year, or we think you're strong, you're gonna have the smoother path to the quarterfinals. Versus if you there's a couple brackets over here that are complete or about to be complete. I and J, they don't have a pot 2 team in it, right? Those teams have to play in the play-ins against gold teams. So we'll give this a spin now. And we're spinning to see who will join the Whalers in Pool Silver D.
That's going to be go home your Lakers. Makes sense. Lakers and Whalers. I guess you don't really have whales and lakes, though, right? That's more of an ocean going.
Yeah. Maybe a river?
River making its way up.
Let's pop up to E to see who's playing the Cur Dogs.
Okay. Riverside Snappers, and they are based on the roster that we saw, and just looking and saying those are good players. That's a bunch of guys who have played together. Should be a very good club.
Yeah, give them a follow on Instagram. Fun follow.
Yeah.
And then Silver F. 3 teams left here. Who's gonna play low ball?
More dudes are not just more dudes, right? Like they're downplaying themselves a little bit here. This is a very good team, some great players. They are a tough matchup for anybody, an absolute load, and they play together well.
And then there's 2 more to draw here. One of these teams will play the Blue Knights, the team that we select. The other team will play the Lobster Rolls in H. So this is for Blue Knights in G.
We come down to GSR, Glen Stars Racing. Everyone thinks of lacrosse when they think of Six Nations, but there is the racetrack there. Glen Stars, related to Kurt Stires. Racing is huge down at the Oval.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see their ads on the dasher boards there at ILA. It's a sponsored squad, a young squad. We think they'll be very strong.
Yeah.
And that means that Space Lax
all-time logo.
We'll take on the last. It didn't go on the bottom. It didn't go on the top.
Okay, forget it. I was right the first time. It could land anywhere. They were just doing it that way. I mean, look at that. That is a lot going on in the logo. It's gorgeous. Love that logo.
All right. So we have this is our biggest wheel of all time. And there's a lot of teams on this wheel. We have 13 teams on this wheel. There's 18 silver pot 3 teams. 5 of them we've already drawn. There's 13 left to draw on this wheel. These teams will play each other in the opening round as we select them. So we're going to pick 2 in a row. They'll play each other. 2 in a row. They'll play each other. The one caveat, you'll see the two team eras out of Ireland. We have blue and mint. Those 2 teams cannot play each other in the first 2 rounds. So they cannot be in the same bracket. If they're drawn together, we'll spin again. If they are the only ones left late, we will make adjustments late to make sure that they cannot be in the same bracket. Otherwise, it's an open draw. Stamper, you want to say anything about any of these guys?
No, get spinning and we'll talk about them.
Spinning. Let's go. Silver D.
The practice draw did go very well with one of the air teams spinning in very early, so we knew that was taken care of. Is that going to make it over? I think it's Bank City. There you go. A local based team.
They're back for their 3rd year, kind of middle of the pack team in the 20 to 25 range, usually always competitive. It's a pretty diverse. This is a big bucket of teams here, right?
It is. Well, you get 13 teams. It's going to be a lot. We're going to the Maine Northmen. Oh, that was close. But an older, wiser Maine Northman club. I swear the guy in the logo, his beard has grown a bit since last year.
All right, let's go to E. So, Joey, this is we're going to call this the Snappers bracket.
Okay.
Top dog are defending. This is Oneida Lacrosse.
Oneida, yeah, sorry. Oneida, the purple.
Yeah, and they're out of the NABLL Upstate East Division. Just down the road, call Mary C. Winder home.
Yeah, very good players on there as well. We kind of need a team error to come up at some point in the not too distant future, right? If we want to avoid a potential matchup. Istanbul Sultans, yes! Hailing from Turkey.
We don't expect a lot of Turkish natives on the squad, except for maybe our friend Omer.
Omer, yeah. Sarici. Cross Troubadour.
Oh, we got one more here. Two more here. All right, Silver F. This is the more dudes bracket.
Okay. Era Blue. There you go.
So just repeating, this cannot be Era Green. If it's Era Green, we will spin again.
We have a 7 in 8 chance of not getting Team Era Mint.
Mint. My apologies.
Oh, we just snuck out of it. Okay. No adjusting needed as the Balkan Tourists, the Hungarian heritage team, right? Bulgarian heritage.
Yeah, well, it's a remix of the Hungarian heritage team. They're just from the club now. So same people running it, same coaches, but I think this gives them maybe a little bit more freedom in building roster.
Great program.
Silver.
I mean, the work they're doing is just amazing to bring lacrosse to the region.
So we're going Silver G now. This team will join the GSR crew bracket.
The Hummingbirds, which I believe is the national bird of Jamaica, right?
That is, yeah. And oddly, you can only find that bird in Jamaica. It doesn't exist anywhere else.
Okay.
This all hummingbirds also carry lacrosse sticks.
Yes.
And let's see who they'll be playing.
Team Era Mint. Didn't want to finish that until we knew it was stopping.
All right, and then Silver H joining the Space Lax and the Lobster Rolls. The Space Lax?
It's your company making good sticks out of Radatine in Prague, Czech Republic.
Shout out to Brian Whitmer, Radatin. Let's see who they're playing. And that's Portugal.
Portugal.
So there's 3 teams left. There's only one bracket. So we know who's going to be in it. The Utica Yeti, the Kanistake Eagles. How do you say that?
Kanistake.
And the Bucks. So we just don't know who's going to play who. So we'll see. We'll spin first. The team that's selected will play against Florida Man. The other 2 teams will play each other.
Okay. Young Bucks, another great logo. There are some great logos in this tournament.
Yeah.
It's a noble and fierce-looking buck.
And then that means that Yeti and the Eagles will play in the first round.
We talked about the Snake Island Muskies earlier. Of course, they were playing the Arkansas State Bucks in that Three Nations Championship Series. Great game last night. Bucks winning that one. It's going to go to a 4th game. What's today? Monday, tomorrow night in Arkansas at the Turnledome, Lagoa Arena. The Yeti will land as our final spun team there.
So that's our draw. You can't really see this, can you?
It's pretty small.
It's
You're going to have it out everywhere for everyone to see, though.
Yeah, we'll make a nice, pretty graphic on social media. But that's it. That's the draw.
Whew. And in just about a month.
So thanks everybody for tuning in. It's good that we have witnesses for our shout outs to Ryan Conwell, Ben Davis, and we will we'll get this posted on social media. We'll have a schedule with timings out by the end of this week, maybe a little earlier, maybe Thursday. Don't quote me on that. And men's tournament will start at about 3 p.m. on Thursday, and we'll be done, except for the Final Four, we'll be done about 2 p.m. Saturday. Final Four will go a little bit later into Saturday evening. We're incredibly excited for our largest LAXNAI ever, 75 teams stuff under one roof. The girls division, and select games will be available courtesy of our friend Steven Stamp on the LAXNAI YouTube. All games will be available on Live Barn. What else can we add, Stamper? Got any predictions?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I think the women's pool growing so much is really exciting. Just fantastic stuff to look forward to. the men's pool is going to be so strong. You have some great additions, and the younger groups, you know, the U18s, U16s, they're always so fun, right? The atmosphere like is awesome with all the parents and the reps. It is intense when you get them rolling, and I just think they're all going to be a lot of fun. And having the U16 girls is really cool because that's the growth area in box lacrosse, right? Is the women's side and the younger women getting a chance to play where they just haven't really had it, and I just think that's really exciting and fun to see.
For sure. It's going to be a great weekend. Shoot us a note on social media if you want to say hi, if you have any questions, and we'll get the schedule out to you guys as soon as possible.
Awesome to see everybody. I'm going back to the Founders and see you all very soon.
Thanks, everyone.